there, big dog.
I think she said no hats on the wedding party. Is that right?
I can't count the time.
Yeah, except for the flower boy.
I didn't.
Some of the bridesmaids.
Just the other day, I wrote down all the things I'd say, but I couldn't. Just couldn't. Baby, I know that you so here goes nothing. In case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you. And I would be lying if I said that I could live this life without you, even though I don't tell you all the time. You had my heart a long, long time ago. In case you didn't know.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
The day I met you, babe, the day you showed your face, and then you let me taste your unconditional love. So baby, let me stay by your side, ride along and see where this goes. I just wanna be here with you, I just wanna be there for you.
I don't wanna push it too fast, I really wanna be the last one. So baby, come a little bit closer and feel my heart racing for you. Cause when I'm with you, babe, I feel home, and when you step away, I feel alone. So promise me I'm never gonna lose.
Who gives us bride in marriage today? So on behalf of Jerry and Carrie, let me first of all just thank you for coming to be a part of this special moment, special day for them and their families. And also ask you, if you don't mind, if your phones are not on silent, go ahead and put them on that for us. And also like to ask that you not take any pictures during the ceremony itself. They've got camera people that are doing that, and that'll keep us from having any problems with that. So that being said, this is normally the time when, in the days gone by, the minister would usually ask us if there's anyone who finds reason that this marriage should not take place, they would stand and say something right about now. And they quit doing that because there's always one person in the family, and that's why we quit doing that. So we don't ask that anymore. We assume that by this time, your friends, your family already know you. They know your love for each other. They know why you're here. They agree with this wedding or they wouldn't be here. They see this as a good union and a good marriage. And I think probably you may have already told them these things, but I want to make sure that they understand what I've learned from you in the past when we've talked. You guys have a view on marriage that it is a total combining of two people. Not just a part, but the entire person. Your spirit, your soul, your dreams, your hopes, everything is being merged together into one. But I love the fact that you're not satisfied for it to just be the two of you joining. You want to join two families. It's really an awesome thing to think about that. This is not just a blending, this is a joining of two families and two people into one big family. That's an awesome thing. They told me about a book they've been reading in their premarital exercises, and in it was this beautiful story about Grand Central Station. And I love it because it talked about how we're all just trains and we're all moving into this station. And Grand Central Station is one of the biggest in the world, if not the biggest. There are 44 platforms at Grand Central Station. In those 44 platforms, there are 67 tracks that run to that. That's a huge amount of trains. Each one of them have different tracks that they've taken, different journeys that have brought them to that place. Much like the two of you, you're like those trains. Your lives have taken a different path to get here. You bring different experiences, different joys, different sorrows, different failures, but you also bring a strength that you've gained from the stops you've made along this way on the journey. It's an amazing thought that you guys are like trains. And I got to tell you, you got a lot of cars with you here. It's one of the biggest trains I've seen actually in a marriage. But the marriage is a lot like the Grand Central Station. That's where it's not the end of the journey, but a lot of times in Grand Central Station, they'll take two trains, merge them together, make one, and it starts a whole new journey. That's what marriage is. It's the beginning of a whole new journey. Once again, that brings all those hopes, dreams, promises, everything together in one place. So thinking about that, I really love the fact that you bring different expectations, different hurts, different fears, different family situations. And you've got to learn how to deal with those in a special way. You got to learn to walk in each other's shoes. That's another line that was in the book that you showed me. And you know what? The only reason that you have to do that is because there are so many different experiences represented here, not just yours, but your kids. They're coming from two families, and now they're joining into a whole new family. And if you can't step into your shoes, to each other's shoes, and you can't step into their shoes, it's going to be hard for you to deal with the issues that may come up. And they will come up. That's part of marriage. Marriage was never intended to be a breezy walk that we have every day at sunset. It's a struggle, and it is hard, but it's worth the journey, I promise you. It is well worth the journey. So you bring these different expectations, different dynamics. They're going to require you to put yourself in the other person's shoes, but also marriage is a commitment. It's an act of will. It's a willingness to put the other's needs above yours and to not have to always have your way. So for us, it's a lot of times of saying, I'm sorry, and yes, dear. For you, it's a lot of times saying, okay, I understand. It's going to be a difficult but very fantastic journey. Your train is going to take you a new path that you've never been down before, and you're going to have the greatest opportunity to enjoy all the blessings that God has given to you. The vows that you're going to make today are a promise. And you guys have written your own vows, right? Good. I love that. So, Jerry, I'm going to ask you today, have you already prepared your vows?
Yes, I have.
All right. Would you go ahead and share those with us now? Yep.
Jerry Smith. I, Jerry Judd, do have to say that you are the most amazingly gorgeous bride ever. Your love has always given me hope. Your smile always fills me with joy. And I love you, Carrie. And I'll love you forever with all my heart. I thank God for you. I thank God for bringing our lives together, along with our loved ones, to fulfill all of His wonderful plans for our lives together. And now, I am so very blessed to take you, Carrie, as my loving wife, to live our lives together after God's ordinance and the holy relationship of marriage. I vow to love, comfort, to honor and keep, support you, and forsaking all others, I will be faithfully and happily yours alone, as long as we both shall live.
Carrie, did you bring vows as well?
We're a team. Meeting you was fate, becoming your friend was a choice, but falling in love with you is beyond my control. If I did anything right in my life, it was when I gave my heart to you. I'll love you forever and always. I will walk down the aisle in the freezing cold for you.
So we've come to that point now. I'm going to pull this back just a second so you can see. We've come to that point where I ask you, did you bring a token of your love for Carrie?
Yes, I did.
All right, would you grab that? Jerry, as you place the ring on Carrie's finger, would you repeat after me? As this ring encircles your finger,
As this ring encircles your finger,
from this moment forward, so will my love forever encircle you.
so will my love forever encircle you.
You will never walk alone.
You will never walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart will be your shield,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms your home.
The power vested in me by the state of Texas and the authority granted me by God as a minister, it's my pleasure as your friend to marry you today and pronounce you now husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
I'm anyone.